Hey guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our update for the S&P and other major indices and individual stocks. So we'll go straight over to the charts. So yeah, we can see on the S&P, we had this 4-hour 9 that we're looking at as a level to basically break below for a potential sell. So we haven't had that today, so it's not triggered a sell trade. Where that line actually is 3185. So a 4-hour candle closing below 3185 will probably trigger a sell trade down to at least a 786, which will be another about $45 lower. And then potentially if we break that line, then we've got a support zone here and then down here, but that's not necessarily what's going to happen. We can very easily just bounce off here and proceed our way up, but I would be cognizant of the fact we do have this trend line and it would make sense to come and test this and then rally back off there. On the 12-hour on the S&P, you can see we had that 9 as well. So this level does actually coincide with the body at the close of that day as well. So getting trading below that close is another factor of confluence. That means we could see some downside. If we're going to see some downside, I mean, we can bounce off this line or just come under and then bounce off this trend line. But yeah, daily though, coming up on another 9 tomorrow. So maybe we will just hang around here and form that 9 up here, but we will pretty much have this 9 regardless, because this candle is quite large. We'd have to come pretty low for us to avoid the daily 9 tomorrow on the S&P. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq very strong, very strong. We've got the daily 9 in the Nasdaq now. Yeah, Nasdaq very strong compared to the S&P. Yeah, just interesting point of note there. But yeah, so we can put a potential sell trade. We'll leave that there because breaking below that line is also important. And we'll put a new one under here. Obviously, this candle hasn't closed yet, so we may come below this in the course of this trading day. But yeah, if you break that, I mean, initially we can only really target the 21, the same as we were targeting there. I believe if we obviously, this is no longer relevant, this one, because if we break down from where we are now, that is a 21, not this one. You guys know what I'm trying to say. If it will let me delete it, won't let me delete it for some reason. Oh, it has done now. Yeah, so this is the potential move to the 21. And yeah, and then breaking that line, yeah, maybe down to the daily, possibly down to the daily 200. That seems like quite a big move, and yeah, quite possibly is. But hey, let's see what happens. Russell again. Look how much weaker it is than the Nasdaq, making new highs. So yeah, nothing really on the daily here. We had that daily 9, but we just bounced off that level and made our way onwards and upwards. Just with the insatiable market strength that we've got going on at the moment. Yeah, we've got a nice 4-hour 9. So we have got a potential sell set up here from the 4-hour below this level here. I would say, let me just get rid of that arrow. So yeah, yeah, potentially a sell down into that trend line. Well, the trend line stroke this horizontal. That I think would be pretty good support for this. But yeah, that would be a nice retracement for this. So yeah, potential trade there if we do break below. This level. So yeah, interesting one there. Let's have a look at USO rather than oil for a change. USO very strong, very strong. We had this 9 there, but we pretty much come through that. Let's have a look. See in the daily. We've got anything on the daily? Potentially got a daily 9 coming up. We just gotta close around here, this area, or we could start to move down already. Oil. Yeah, I mean, it's still very constructive. We'll actually get rid of this line now. Actually, we won't get rid of that one. We'll get rid of this arrow, and we'll draw what we have clearly got going on here. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to work that one out. We've got a pretty nice trend line coming in here. We'll make it a little bit thinner. So yeah, we're just hugging that really. Hugging that, and yeah, if we break through that, then yeah, potential move down. But I mean, I would see us potentially getting supported by it. The market looking quite strong. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The Brent oil fund, just the same situation. We'll draw the same line just for the sake of completion. There we go. Gold. we had a basically a move down towards that level we're looking at, but then we're subsequently bounced off there back into the zone that we were talking about yesterday. Getting back into this zone would pretty much, I think, would signal a move back to the top, which we are in the in the process of attempting to do. But yeah, I don't really see much reason why we won't get back up to this 1770 level. Obviously this sort of horizontal level we're at literally right now is the potential biggest form of resistance that we've got going on in this zone. The biggest form of resistance we've got going in this zone, this sort of mid-level. So yeah, if we claim that, I think that will be almost certain to get to the top after that point. And obviously not financial advice. Yeah, the 12-hour 9 we were acting nicely off, and then I believe we're actually on a 4-hour 9 here. So this is interesting because this I do like how the 4-hour 9s play with gold. So a potential level here, I mean, basically if we lose this 1710 level, if we lose it and we don't make much progress where on that, so literally basically what I'm saying, if we come down from where we are now, I would potentially expect this line to get broken and just come down to this one and potentially break that actually. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. We'll put it down to here. Yeah, 4-hour 9s have been trading pretty well for gold. So as you can kind of see, near enough one there as well. So this could be problematic, and we have had a bit of a move up on this candle. It is a large 9 candle, which makes it a little bit more difficult to trade, but at least it means we'll have to consolidate and come down. I don't imagine we'll just come straight down. But yeah, though that is a 4-hour candle, and in all fairness, I'm probably expecting a move to the top. Silver, not the gold-silver ratio. Yes, the silver back into our zone, tested that horizontal support line. So I mean, all being well with minerals with precious metals, I think silver will get back up to here, and I also think it will then take out that high if we do get back up there. But we've got a clear line, a clear support line if we break below, and then a support line below us to potentially break below, and then the 200 period. Sorry, that is a 4-hour though. The 200 period here as well if we break below those. So yeah, we've got some potential interesting moves. The daily candle looks pretty bullish though. This does look pretty bullish for a basically just onwards and upwards, taking out this sort of top zone of here, closing above the high of this candle. Yeah, it would look very bullish if we close basically here or higher today. So that is looking good. Gold silver ratio making a bit of progress, looking like it wants to make some more move to the upside. I mean, we had that move down yesterday and then back up today, so gold ratio moving around a little bit. We won't spend too much time on that. Copper has what appears to have broken out of its channel now, so this could signal obviously a move up now we're at this channel. We have got the daily 9 coming up tomorrow, so maybe this is a fake out of the channel. We're going to get slammed back into it. I mean, I guess it really depends on where we go with stocks. We've nearly got the 4-hour 9 there, but yeah, I would be watching out for this daily 9 now. Daily 9 we popped above the 200 day, so yeah, maybe we'll get a bit of an extension up here and then I'll come and test the 200, which will probably coincide roughly with the trend line, or we're going to break back into it. So but yeah, pretty bullish looking move out. I mean, this is as far out of this trend line as we've been, and above the 200, so you can see why we're starting to get a bit of juice in this move. So yeah, maybe we're gonna have to find a new pattern, a new trading pattern for copper now. See what wheat has not done what we expected. So wheat has dropped out of this triangle completely now. So I mean, I guess I'd really be looking at potentially this support line, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hold my breath hoping that's gonna hold, especially if we come down on it this hard, because yeah, you can see we tested it once, tested it twice. If we come down and test it again, I would worry for that trend line. And then what else have we got really? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we haven't got too much. We haven't got a lot in the form of really any levels other than quite considerably lower. So this line could be do or die then for wheat. If we don't hold this, then yeah, definite downside. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Yeah, keep an eye on that one. That's not done what I expect it to do. Basically, what the percentage probabilities of a chart pattern tells me to do. Not that I'm necessarily bullish or bearish of this. But now we have broken down. Obviously, this is sort of null and void. And it's just a case of can we now bounce off this trend line? We'll just move that down there. So can we bounce off the trend line, or are we going to? In fact, we'll copy this, copy paste. Or are we just gonna break below? In which case it will be, well, who knows where we will end up. Home Depot looking strong. Not got to our sell level, so ignore that. Smart Sheet. Did we not have some? Did we not have any lines drawn on here? No, we didn't have, but yeah, Smart Sheets come down to this horizontal. So just a state of the market. I would not be surprised if this is just seen as a buying opportunity by the Robin Hoodies, and they just get buying their 30 strike calls, force the market up. I mean, but obviously we've had a bit of a move down. Obviously earnings play. The same with work as well. The same with Slack. Yeah, shout out to the guy that pointed that out for me. Yeah, so we got, I maybe expect us to touch this trend line before we then start to make a move up, potentially get to a daily 9, hover around this area, and then move up. But that is, I'm only basing this on just how strong stocks are at the moment, not on anything. That's the only reason why I'm bullish. Costco still looking like it's in our triangle, but again, I mean, our triangles can drop out, but this would be a level you'd want to buy with a stop just below. I mean, it's a good level to take a shot at. A good level to take a shot at for a buy. I'm relatively bullish of this company, of this asset, although it has got a bit wild of late. But yeah, so, but this is looking good though. It's an easy trade. You just basically buy practically where we are now, and your stop's below here, and then you just play for this line, and then have a tighter stop probably around about here, playing for the breakout. So that's just find those trades and take them, and over time you'll do well. Clorox, yeah, Clorox bounce off our horizontal. Bounce off our horizontal. Not much I can say about that. We've got this drawn obviously, because it is a significant line. So yeah, that was a good buy at that line. I didn't buy it, but it was there on my chart. Nothing else really TD wise. It's just a bullish trending stock. We kind of lost a trend line, you can see, but we have been supported by a horizontal line. You guys know that I much prefer horizontals to trend lines, but hey, so yeah, potentially onwards and upwards, and clearly, I mean, we really got to clear this one. We don't want to be putting in a lower high. Well, not if you're a bull of this stock, we don't want to be putting in a lower high and coming back down, or that will start to look a lot like a descending triangle, and there's nothing but air underneath this stock. There's nothing but air, so this could see a big retracement. Boyd, has Boyd reacted off its daily 9? Let's have a look. Nope. Boyd does not react off its daily 9. What was it? Was it a daily 9? It clearly wasn't a daily 9. Was it a 4-hour 9? It has to be a 4-hour 9. Yeah, 4-hour 9. Yeah. So we basically, So sorry, this has triggered a trade. So this was a good trade. A good nearly $1 lower. Finally a good entry for you short sellers of Boyd. I obviously gave up on this one. But yeah, so potential move basically down to, I'll say, to roughly this horizontal around $18. Obviously we've got a 200 as support, a downtrending 200. Oh, that's on the 4 hours. Ignore that, guys. Sorry, we're at the 200, and we popped up above. So this is sort of a fake out above the 200, and we popped back below it now. So I mean, this looks like a local high. So I mean, definitely taking out this level puts us on a proper downwards move, I would say, a downswing. But at the moment, we could still be supported by a clear trend line. We've got going up there, a clear, practically parabolic trend line. But you could argue if this was an ascending triangle, this is roughly our target, which we have met. So maybe downside now. Why was I fighting this? Why was I fighting such an obvious chart pattern? Just ignore fundamentals, guys. Just never consider fundamentals. Amazon, very strong. We had a sell, which clearly didn't work out. We've got another daily sell potentially coming up. No fundamental views on this stock. It's obviously one of the market leaders. Yeah, I mean, no real view. It's looking good. TDOC. Yeah, so TDOC, we were talking about this yesterday. Did we have anything on the daily? No. Did we have anything on the 12-hour? Nope. Yeah, so I mean, this is looking very much like it could form it is in a downtrend. Obviously, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Basically same low, but at the moment, this is clearly isn't a confirmed high, but at the moment it's at a lower high. But I mean, that's just irrelevant saying that until we actually start to come down. But if we do start to come down, it could not be looking good for this stock. But at the moment, though, it was actually a great buy around 50. Yeah, great buy around the 50 area. It has multiple times been great buys around the 50 area. So obviously this was quite a bit below. This was a bit below, but buy. Then this is about 55 buy. This was a 50 buy. This was a 50 buy. So yeah, I did buy these times and this time, but not this time. Tesla has broken out of our range, so we can see we broke out, sort of semi-tested it. I mean, maybe the level was drawn a little bit, well, it's definitely drawn wonky for a start. Yeah, sort of tested the breakout level, and onwards and upwards. So really, the sky's the limit. And this is not all-time highs now. Yeah, this is all-time. No, it's very nearly all-time highs for Tesla are 975. So $25 higher. So I mean, I can't see I can't see them not testing that and then pushing through it. I mean, we've got a lot of built-up energy here, so definitely a lot of built-up energy. So we can definitely start to make a move here on Tesla. Yeah, I mean, just fundamentals and whatever else aside, this is looking very, very bullish. I mean, it's just almost blue skies. I mean, there's no price history, there's no nothing. There's just basically just buy and buy now. Tesla, obviously not financial advice. Oh, Gilead, how's that doing? Yeah, so I guess we had I don't know what this was really based on. Let's have a look. We didn't really get a 9 there. Did we get anything on the 12-hour? I don't expect we did. Were we looking at 4-hour trades? Yeah, basically it was this 9 here, so breaking above that 9. So we did break above, had a nice move up, came back under and broke back above again and looking weaker again. This is kind of floundering now, this stock. We kind of got a trend line here. Maybe we're trying to test that and then break back down. I don't really know. I mean, we did speak about how this sort of action is hard really to do much with. This is just obviously a volatile stock. Apple, I mean, look at that. Apple, just wow. These are obviously why the markets are going up. Stocks like this doing things like this. We'll see if we can put a sell level anywhere more appropriate, obviously, than here. We can't really at the moment, but this sell wasn't activated, so we will delete that. I did want to push it up a bit, but there's no appropriate level for me to put it apart from this high. If we break back below this high, actually I could have very easily done that. Breaking back below that level could suggest it was a fake out and I'm going to move back down, but it's still very strong. I mean, just insanely strong. Facebook floundering a little bit more. Look at those arrows that we've got going on. Yeah, we met the first arrow, as you can see. But the next arrows didn't really do much, so we will delete those. Yeah, but still looking strong. Facebook obviously not looking as strong as the others. Not at a new high yet. But we're having a good go. Let's put it that way. Having a good go. There's nothing I can analyze apart from TDs when they come up, and we don't have one there. There's obviously, I can't draw horizontals, I can't draw anything really when we have all-time highs. No one can draw anything, and that's why you just buy them. Microsoft looking again very bullish, breaking above these highs like it is doing, just leaves us nothing but air above. AMD forming what looks like a sort of pennant here. So and potentially breaking out of that pennant, potentially. Definitely at least testing the top of it. We'll draw this. Come on, we'll draw this on. Yeah, so we're testing the top of this pennant. So obviously, if you break out here, expect to break out. Expect quite a decent move. Looking strong. I guess as everything, it kind of depends where the stock market's going, but just look at the stock markets. Anyway, so yeah, nice pennant in here. So a break out of here, we could just call it this wrist line. A break above this wrist line, which is the top of this 9. Yeah, just onwards and upwards. A break below. A break below, and then a below the 200 on the No, that's not the 200 daily. Yeah, break below, and then you could potentially look for a move to the 200 on the daily. There's a nice support zone there. But yeah, clear as day. Pennant there, and I mean obviously important interplay with the 200 day over time. So I mean there's no real reason we can't expect this to break to the downside, tag this and then come back up. Tilray has been making moves, hasn't it? Has been making moves. I heard it's been making moves. I've heard it been discussed in dark corners. Yeah, Tilray. It's just, I mean, it's looking to make a move. What I expect will happen with this is that it's just going to trundle along as it is, along this daily 21 until it meets the 200, gets squeezed between the two, and then dependent on whether we're still in our euphoric stock market rally, we'll break above it or we'll get rejected and slammed down. But, I mean, you just gotta give the bulls the benefit of the doubt at the moment. Yeah, nice 9 here, which didn't really turn into a trade, but obviously trading back above it turned into a buy trade. So Starbucks, yeah, Starbucks just following the rest of the market. A nice 9 here. We don't seem to have reacted too well to 4-hour 9s, but it is a potential sell level. But I won't draw it in because it's not really something I'd be looking to sell. Twitter, yeah, Twitter looking overextended here, looking like it probably wants to come back and test the 21. We don't have anything really TD wise for me to use as a frame of reference. We don't even have a TD daily that wants to work, full stop. I hope we do now. But yeah, so I mean, if we have a move down, I would expect us to be supported by the 200. Kind of like in the sort of the price action we've had going, and then onwards and upwards. Beyond Meat had a nice little pop. Saw something about people wanting it in China, apparently. Yeah, not much to make of this. Yeah, I mean, not much I can say about this. Carnival. So Carnival is at the, no, it's not even important, the 200 on the 4-hour. Carnival just out on its own, out in bandit territory, just doing its own thing. Yeah, that's pretty, you wouldn't want to have been short that at the open, whenever that open was a few days ago. But yeah, just popping, it's popping. I mean, you can't really have a price target for this. You could suggest the 200 day. But yeah, is this the final capitulation upward movement in stocks? I know that I capitulated in stocks and some of my shorts not long ago. Yeah, I mean, you could almost draw an ascending sort of triangle, but yeah, so that has a projected move of roughly around the 200. So I don't really know what to make of something like this. It's like, it's clearly on some time frame, it's like an island top, potential island top candle formation. 2-day 9 potentially coming up as well. Well, 2-day 9 will come up unless we have a massive collapse. Yeah, interesting. I mean, I've not really been touching these. Come on, tank. This can't be doing very good. Yeah, so we're still trading in the zone really, waiting for break up or down, but I would suspect this would be down, but hey, we'll see. we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Other than that, there's not really much you can do in here. We're not going to get anything TD wise, and we're not really going anywhere. Well, I guess we have got this 9. I guess we could move this down now to the lower end of that 9, and I mean, potentially you could have moved it to the top as well. So the fact we've broken up, I mean, we broke up straight away and came back under. So yeah, I would potentially say if we do get back above again, then maybe a move. Well, you wouldn't really expect a triple top. You'd expect to take that out and keep going. McDonald's, how's McDonald's doing? Look at that. I'm glad I stopped shorting this as well. Let's have a look at the 12-hour and the daily. And a 12-hour 9, and I don't think we got one on the daily. If it ever decides to show us, we did get one on the daily, yeah. So obviously just nothing happened. There's a nothing burger. Once you break above it, nothing burger at McDonald's. Once you break above it, it was just onwards and upwards, and that's quite a nice $10 move. And we're now above the 200-day. So yeah, what a great buying opportunity McDonald's was down there. Yeah, so look at that for a move. Once we're back, I mean, that is normally a signal that we're bullish once you're back above the 200. So maybe a bit more of a move to these highs. Test the 200 and onwards and upwards. Uber, how is Uber been doing? Potential daily 9 come in. Just general strength. Just anything, everything and anything's going up these days, isn't it? And then we'll have a look at LYFT. Nice 4-hour 9 for a potential entry. Yeah, I mean, nice 4-hour 9 at what is the 200-day. So this could be a potential entry. You can see here we had a clear tightening formation that we popped out the top of. But yeah, we'll move this up here. Hard to say where a target is. Potentially just sort of this horizontal we've got in here. Yeah, but I wouldn't be overly certain on this trade. I mean, depending on where stocks are going, you can see that even in my mind I've capitulated on short in the market. But that is a sign that we are going to go down, though. That is a sign. Once everyone is very bullish and the bears basically give up, that is a sign that we will eventually go down. So bear that in mind, guys. Right, so that's the end of this video. Hopefully that was useful to you guys. Thanks for listening. Remember, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys soon.